nasty here. Gosh, how long? How long has it been? 20 years. I mean, 2 years. About? No. It's been 2 years. Oh my god. It's been 2 years. It's been 2 years. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for leaving you guys all alone. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Ganos ko pala kayo. Okay, it's you know what? It's okay. It's okay. You know what? I'm back here, and I just gotta do the signature greeting before we get this whole thing started. Do I still got this? Of course, I still got this. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, good morning, afternoon, evening, and more night to everyone tuning in, and welcome to the pod, Rain's Podcast. It's back, everybody. I am back after 2 years of the MIA status and just one episode that promised a lot of episodes. I am back with a new episode. Yay! I am so sorry for leaving you guys behind and ghosting you in a way. I'm very sorry. Well, a lot has happened ever since the posting of the first episode. And yeah. Fun fact is that the episode was posted, I believe, right before my UP college entrance exam test. Got kaya test yung nasa dulo, T yung nasa dulo. Pero yes, anyways. Yeah, in light of that, this is being recorded and being posted after my first year of college. So yeah, it's been a long time coming, and it's been a long way since then. So for context, I graduated from senior high school last year under the accountancy and business management strand. But ironically, I didn't choose a course within that field of study. I chose a humanities course, aka creative writing. Taking to note that I did not take the humanities and social sciences strand, it is a big shift. Pero kasi noon, yung plano ko talaga was to take BS accountancy prior to law school. And this was when I was a kid. And this was because I wanted to become a certified public accountant, or aka a CPA lawyer. So basically, it's a lawyer that is already an accountant prior to law school. But then, a lot of things have happened, and I've resorted, well, not really resorted, that makes it sound bad, but like, I realized that I wanted to take creative writing as my pre-law instead. And basically, I had to argue for that. It was a really long struggle of conversations that needed to be had, hard conversations that led me to cry, to break down. But yeah, after all of that, I'm here. In my post first year of college in creative writing phase. And yeah, there's a lot to talk about pa. So yeah, let's get into it. So to say a lot of things happened in the first year is an understatement. Like, even if I say a lot? Even if I say that a lot, it's still an understatement. And that's why I couldn't really make new episodes from the start. Actually, di nga start eh. From like pre-start of the year, I already did a lot in my university life kasi I joined the freshman talent show as a spoken poet. So I did spoken poetry and I auditioned for it. I did the whole process with my fellow contestants, and we were like 6 contestants. So we were like the top 6 applicants. So yeah, a lot happened there. And then when the school year actually started, I already had work done kasi I had to prep my performance. And yeah, that kickstarted my year. And then, I had a lot of academic work, malamang, kasi malamang nasa college ako. But it was really a lot of projects, a lot of exams, and especially a lot of writing. Kasi malamang nasa creative writing ako, di ba? But yeah, it's a given because I'm in the writing and humanities course. But it was really a lot of work, a lot of hard work. And eventually, I emerged as a first honors dean's lister for both semesters of my first year. As of recording, I actually just found out like last night na nag-dean's list ako na first honor. So, yay! Okay, what else? Okay, last. The biggest part right now is my org work, my org life, my org work. Yeah. And guess what? I was active in like 6 orgs on campus. And yes, I was indeed active in all of them. Those were all the orgs that I applied and eventually joined. And yeah, again, I was really active in all of them. I had a total of at least 10 projects that I participated in as a core team member across those orgs. And those aren't counting the project work that I was doing outside of campus in my other orgs, alongside the in campus org projects that I participated in as a participant rather than a core team member. So yeah, a lot of things. And all in all, I've met a lot of new people to the point where, fun fact, I say hi to at least 10 people every time I walk around campus, according to my friends at least. And it's safe to say that I've found a safe place among and with them. I've found my place there, thankfully. But wait, where is that quote unquote there? Where is the setting, creative writing yarn of all these ganaps of whatever the heck is happening in my life? Well, I'll give you a clue. It's one of the so-called quote unquote big four universities in the Philippines. Got your answer? Okay, great. Let's check it in a bit. If you guessed the lean green university of De La Salle University, then unfortunately, that is unfortunately wrong. But if you guessed the blue and true Ateneo de Manila University, then you are correct. Yay! I'm Rain, your host from the Ateneo de Manila University's BFA Creative Writing Program, and welcome back to Rain's Pod. However, given the title that you probably read before you dived into this episode, or you probably see it in your tab right now, if you did guess that La Salle was my dream school, then you are correct. It's ironic because for as long as I've been alive, I've known the two as rival schools. And it's because it's what my mom, who was from La Salle, it's what she's always told me every time we like talked about college, even when I was a kid. She wasn't pushing me to any of these universities naman when I was a child, but she would always joke about how they would boo each other from the stands. And yeah, it's been a long time rivalry. It's been a long time rivalry now. Uh, and that leads me to my high school self that was applying to universities back in 2023. Even if I would be very happy to go to any of the big four universities, nung time na yon, ginusto ko talaga maging Lasallian. I really wanted to go to Lasal. It got to the point where I was fine with failing all the other big four university sets as long as I got into DLSU, De La Salle University. So, yeah, I wanted to go to DLSU for some reasons, such as, my mom being from there, and really liking the campus layout, especially with the buildings looking like a museum from the outside and even in the inside for some buildings, while also having really modern elements. Like every time I'd pass by LaSalle, I would like admire the exterior of the museum like structures, while also like being in awe of like the more modern structures that even look like they look like a mall. Okay, if you pass by LaSalle, you know this. If you go by Taft and you pass by LaSalle, you will know that parang it's like a museum and a mall had a baby. It's LaSalle University. So yeah, I was really really excited for those. And like other than my mom, I also had a lot of friends that went to LaSalle. I had a lot of my upperclassmen that I really admired. I saw a lot of them go to LaSalle. And when I talked to them about their LaSallian experiences, when I was in grade 12 and applying to LaSalle, I was so, I was envisioning myself in all of those experiences. And that really ignited something na parang, wow, I want to go to LaSalle. I want to experience that too. But above all of those reasons, I wanted to go to DLSU because I felt like it would allow me to push myself into somewhere far from the comforts I knew. You see, I don't really commute regularly. I'm not really, let's say, allowed to. Kasi I'm an only child. And yeah, basically, ang mindset is if something happens to me, the sky is gonna fall. So, yeah, can't really blame naman given the circumstances. But yeah, given that, I knew that if I went to LaSalle, it would be a very drastic push against that status quo that I always knew. Kasi Taft is a very busy. People who pass by Taft even occasionally know that Taft is a very busy street. It's, LRTs and MRTs. It's walking. It's basically a bunch of stuff that I never really got to experience. And yun nga, parang I really wanted to go to the LSU because I wanted to put myself out there in that drastic change of pace, that drastic change of environment, because I really wanted to challenge myself. But other than challenging myself with the commute, I also wanted to challenge myself by going somewhere that was really far from home. I live in QC and La Salle is in Manila. Let's just say La Salle is very far. And not just in kilometers, but in minutes and perhaps even hours of travel. Kasi lalo na with Filipino traffic and then Taft traffic in itself, like that's already really far if you're gonna count like the minutes. I know distance is not counted in minutes, but like you get it. But anyways, but perhaps that was why I wasn't allowed to go to LaSalle eventually. I was not able to dorm, and I had two options: travel through QC to Taft every day to and from, or go to Ateneo, which is a lot closer to my house. Being someone who did a lot of activities in academics, org, and everything else under the sun, as I've said a while ago, I chose the latter. After all, travel time is a lot of time lost, especially in, again, tough traffic. Hence, lahat ng dreams ko, lahat ng promises sa sarili ko, and sa ibang tao, like yung mga friends ko na sinabihan ko na, sasama ako sa'yo sa Lasal next year, sasama ako sa council nyo, sasama ako sa org mo, and so on and so forth. All of those things, those promises, they were gone. The mood boards were taken down and deleted. The planned organizations wiped off the list, and the university was officially bestowed with the title of Reigns Totga. And it was a lot of grieving. It was a lot of loss. it was a lot of sadness. It was a lot of anger even at the fact that I couldn't go to Lasal without sacrificing too much, kumbaga. I felt really sad that I couldn't go to Lasal. I couldn't go to my dream uni. I thought that by going to Ateneo and choosing like the quote unquote safer choice, I thought that by doing that, I was restraining myself back into the box that I couldn't really escape from. Kasi I always thought na Lasal is the only way really that I could get out of that box because of how drastic the change would be. And I was really sad that I couldn't experience what I planned to experience there. And yun nga, parang I worked hard to get there. And well, I passed, as a matter of fact. Pero wala eh. It wasn't, it wasn't written in my stars. It wasn't written in my story na maglalasal ako. And I felt it so much. It wasn't my dream. It wasn't what I envisioned. And every time I saw a quote unquote Totga University reel, I would think that of that one university clad in green and white that was settled intact. But I look back at the work I've done so far, the bonds I've built, and overall the life that I've had so far in Ateneo and beyond. And then I realized a flurry of things at once. That I loved the people that I met in Ateneo. That I've found people that share the same humors as me, the same interests, the same attitudes towards different things. That I've loved the organizations, that I've put so much hard work and hard effort and just heart into. I love the projects that I've contributed to. I love the projects that I've led. I love the committees that I've led. I love the leaders that have taught me so much. Heck, you know what? I even love my classes. I love a lot of my profs. I've met a lot of great profs. I've met profs that have taught me so much beyond their subject. And ang dami kong natutunan sa mga tao na na-meet ko sa Ateneo. And kahit sa labas ng Ateneo, mga friends ko noon na nasa ibang univ na mga bagong friends ko na nasa ibang univ and so on and so forth. But above all else, I realized that amidst the flurry of emotions, the flurry of things, I realized that I'm simply happy. Yeah, there are sad times. May mga times talaga na nagbe-breakdown ako. Not to the point, nakita ko ng isang prof ko na nagbe-breakdown. Not to the point na tinawagan pa ako ng ambulansya. But yeah, there may be times like that. But overall, I'm really, really happy. It may not have been my plan. And I miss that plan of mine. Especially noon. And despite this not being my plan, I've made my own plans from this. I've made new plans that were born from this. And it all made me happy. Some things in life sometimes don't go to plan. I never thought that I would leave the pod for 2 years because of how busy I was. And after those 2 years passed, I never thought that I'd come back. I thought it would just be another passion project na iiwanan ko lang sa ere. But here I am. And that's okay. And it's also okay to feel bad about the plans that we've had to leave behind, plans that we've had to revise, plans that we've had to fully scrape and eventually forget maybe. But in the end, when there is a low, there's also a high. And after mourning my old plans, I eventually embraced the new ones and made new plans based on what was happening right now. Because I still made these new circumstances into something I wanted, something that I eventually planned to. I still stepped out of my comfort zone eventually as well in all areas. Heck, I get to experience the commuting life that I wanted. Because right now, I'm already learning how to commute on my own. I've reached Recto and have commuted from Recto to Retiro and then back to Ateneo on my own. And if you're from the Philippines, you know how much of a big achievement is to reach Recto and to not get robbed. And I wasn't robbed, by the way. And yeah, yun lang. I'm really happy right now. I'm really happy with everything that I've done so far, including reviving this project. And I'm really excited for the next stuff for it that is sure to come. I totally won't ghost. Hopefully. Again, if I do, it's because I'm really busy, but I won't ghost you for 2 years. If I will tell you in advance. But yeah, that's pretty much it for now. I'm officially back and will be back for more. I'm hoping to post at least, hopefully once a month. Let's hope I deliver. But anyways, yeah, basta if I don't deliver, remember that it's probably because I'm busy with midterms or finals or something else. And yeah, if you want more art actually, follow me on at reignee_inst on Instagram, which is the only handle I'm active on for my art and other stuff. And like and subscribe if you enjoyed this and the channel as a whole. Once again, good morning, afternoon, evening, and more night to everyone tuning in. And I'll see you in the next one.